Cockburn, biggest dude in the division.
Guy's name is Cockers.
Cocker Spaniel.
Guy's name is Cockeroni and cheese.
That guy's Ugok. That's what it sounds like when you suck on a Cockburn. Ugok.
Dude, get the gawk. Yeah,
Dude, get the cock gun. Get the gawk.
Someone cock my gawk.
Good gawk.
Uh-oh. Drive it. Dude, what if LeBron was playing these kids?
That'd be sweet. They should do that every now and then. Throw Durant in the final
like
four.
Team.
Yeah, or the whole tourney. See what happens.
What would happen? Like, you have to make like a rule where like you can't like feed him the ball constantly because it would just be like, they would just get the ball and drive and just dunk.
Yeah. Yeah, you just body everybody. He's a monster.
Yeah.
He's the size of that Cockburn dude, but the speed of anyone in the NBA, and mobility and agility, movement.
That was cool on our Shafir's podcast. He was talking about some guy that played for Boston Celtics that was like on the radio and was like, because he's like, people like make, people talk shit about people in the NBA and like if you're not like the best player, then like, wow, dude, you suck. And then he was like, he just challenged people, come play me then one-on-one. And he said, Neighbor Gazzi was like, I think one guy was able to score one basket, and he was like, this guy was like a walk-on on like a basketball team. What the fuck?
It's okay.
Are all three of them about to fight?
I don't know. I also wanted to check this.
Dude, are cats fighting? Dude, I think cats are. This sounds crazy. Is it all three?
No.
Why are they fighting? Hey, where's the cat in the mirror? The cat in the mirror.
Time out, T-Mart.
In the mirror.
Dude, March Madness
I just
is
think
mad, dude.
it's just so funny.
Okay.
Uh-oh, he's like, I need to go back and defend my honor. They called me fat.
I'll kill him.
I just think it's funny, like, all these average people are just like, dude, you fucking suck. And it's like, fine, play me one-on-one. And then, like, nobody gets a basket. And they're like, yeah, that, like, one guy got a basket, and he, like, played basketball in college. So, like, that's the only guy that was able to score, someone who, like, made it to another level.
Guys who, what you're saying is, like, guys who...
Like, imagine the guys you play with, like, going one-on-one against anybody in the NBA.
Yeah, I play with guys who, like, sniffed a little bit of, like, Division III basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, but, like, how they go so serious. Like, imagine them playing against...
make any team that's ever belonging in the March Madness tournament or an NIT, and
big tallies.
These guys are talking crap about, like, man, LeBron's a baby. He's complaining about this call or that call.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking armchair quarterback people, couch potato quarterbacks.
Couch. They call that's what I am.
Couch.
I'm a couch potato
I'm
quarterback.
over here sitting on a couch.
I would be like, they would put a couch on wheels, and I'd be like, and the couch would come scooting back.
Shadunk.
Yeah. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Cool. I figured.
For 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
I wish we were recording for an hour already. I didn't know. Alright, we're done.
Alright, we're done. Hey,
that's a classic joke.
We're actually done, already. I've been recording since you walked in through the front door of the studio we have. Speaking of basketball stuff, I heard an interesting thing, because you watched Veronica Mars, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a hair on the mic, and I just stare at it right in the front. And that's like my own issue, so thank you.
I just see it.
I kept staring at it.
Oh, now I'm gonna pick all the little hairs out.
My
here's one.
80 Part D couldn't get away from it.
There you go. Whoa. Now I had to do like look down my nose, and now it's all my vision's all fucked up.
My eyes are screwed up.
I need to go to the hospital, get an eye surgery.
No, Veronica Mars. I didn't know that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
was raped.
Famous golfer
on the set of Veronica Mars.
Yes.
He was like, I'm too big.
He apparently was in the writer's room for like a lot of shows.
Really?
A lot of episodes.
Like, come in here. He's like, all right.
A lot of episodes of that, of Veronica Mars, and then
we should put a basketball game in here. And they're like,
every time. Why don't we get a really tall guy? I don't know who in here would have a bunch of connections to a bunch of tall guys, but we need to get.
I could be that tall guy.
Did she was a detective or something? What did she do?
She was like a private detective
Kristen Bell?
in high school.
That's how so funny.
I think her dad was one, so she was like,
I'm gonna do it too.
"I want to do it too, Dad."
And then
And
it's
he
like
was like,
it's the changing of the guard. It's like God damn it.
yeah.
What white or like
What's their problem?
it's not males. It's gonna be women now. You can talk about something else.
I want to talk about these cats fighting. I wonder what they're fighting about. Call in and tell me what they're fighting about. Whoa! I just saw a cat fly from nowhere into the frame. Uh oh, he's coming back in for more fighting. What how like Bill Burr does this? What's up, guys? Welcome to the Monday morning podcast. I'm Bill Burr. Oh my god, guys, I had a great my daughter. She's growing up so fast. I wouldn't talk about my daughter. I would talk about my dog. I'd say
If you were Bill Burr.
like, my dog. He's so annoying sometimes. He'll just bark at anything. But that's whatever. I saw this guy without a fucking mask, and I'm just like, listen to the scientist, you fucking moron.
Yeah.
It gets mad.
I wonder how many people like love Burr for like a lot of his like angry takes.
Yeah, and then when he tells people to wear masks, they're like, "No, you're failing."
Yeah,
dude, he needs to go back on Rogan so Rogan can set him straight.
Yeah,
he already went on Rogan and then made fun of Rogan.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so tough with your open mouth and throat.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. If they actually like roasted each other, Rogan would just lose because he would just laugh the whole time.
Dude, imagine if I don't know, even Patrice would fuck with him. He's the ultimate like
dingle,
realist dude.
Fuck with his little dinger.
Yeah.
Go like this.
Get over here, little rogie.
Well, Patrice is dead.
Yep. He's gone.
All because of you and your racist antics.
Yep. And now that America's not racist anymore,
we've solved it. Well, we've moved it away from black people and we've moved it to Chinese or Asian people.
Yeah, just hurting Asians.
People are all mad, no Asian hate, and it's like, well, we got it off the black people. We got to slowly bring it off. Pretty soon, it's actually just going to be white people. Crazy white people are just going to kill white people.
Yeah.
That's called
Scotland.
That's called a guy shoots up a movie theater.
It's called an Ireland soccer game. Whites fighting whites.
Yeah.
No,
I'm Irish. Did anyone have a good St. Patrick's Day? St. Patty's Day? I had a great one.
Dude.
I got wasted.
Got trashed. Got shit housed.
I got shit fucked.
I got
rail housed.
It's funny, I was watching Pat McAfee's show on the day on St. Patty's Day, and they a bunch of them were wearing green, and they're like, yeah, hey man, have a good time. They even had a couple callers that were probably drinking, and they made jokes about like these guys drinking, and they're like, yeah, whatever, St. Patty's Day. And then the next Your Mom's House episode that was like came out on St. Patty's Day or the next day, they were like,
stupid.
If anyone celebrates St. Patrick's Day, you're stupid.
Yeah.
You're dumb. Like who needs a reason to just get fucking trashed? And
yeah, it's called America.
Yeah, and he's talking shit about it, and I just thought it was funny because Tom not that long ago was on Pat's show
and said, "I will never do anything to hurt you."
You could send those to each other.
Yeah, then they would all.
They go, what? We didn't know we were arguing.
I bet you. People
would not give a shit.
People probably do that.
But there's probably someone.
Yeah, people do it all the time. They just like,
oh, I gotta let them know.
Yeah, I gotta tweet. Because, like, our Burr said that, like, I can't say this because you all just tweet at my wife and tell on me.
It's happened with even Tuesdays with Stories with Mark and Joe. Like, people will.
Yeah, that's when he was like,
message
would you not tweet at Rogan? Listen here, you piece of shit.
People are dumb.
Well, they just get so mad. Why don't you let list on, you fucking asshole? Like, Jesus. Calm down.
So I was just.
There's another cat.
I was just I helped my dad move he got a new stove.
Nice.
And so they have an island in their kitchen that like kind of blocks where you take the stove in and out. They built the kitchen with the stove in place. So now my dad and my mom had to pick it up and then carry it over the and it was it's not like super old, but since it's an older stove, obviously, than the one they just bought, it's just a little heavier, I'm sure. My dad said he like almost felt like he was snapping his back, like doing that. I was like, holy crap! It's like I helped him put this new one in. Surprisingly light. After hearing the story about it was heavy for him.
Did you have a mask on?
No. Yes. So like, it wasn't that bad with the stove, and then we set it down. But now that you got to hook up the back, you got the gas and the electrical thing, and so I had to. My dad can't do that. My dad can't lay on the counter and put half his body into the thing. So I'm hanging in there, and at one point I'm like, well, I need him to hold my shoulder so I'm not like fully falling.
Like touching it.
Like, Dad. Dad.
Yours not working. You're like, hurry up.
Yeah, there's a picture of the last time I think my dad was riding his motorcycle and I hopped on the back and I was like, and then he was like, get off. My dad's a big, bald,
black man. People just go flying in basketball.
Big bald drummer. Freaking metal dude.
Metal.
Yeah. 5-finger fuck punch. And so like I'm hanging back there and then I'm like, oh, I need the other wrench. This wrench is too small. So then I go to get another one. So I'm hanging in. If you just think of a kitchen counter and someone laying on the counter behind the stove, I just felt like I was in a stuck porn. Like
with your dad.
Yeah, and I was sitting there like,
you're like, oh, I'm stuck.
Dad's son's stuck and fucks him.
I'm stuck, Dad. And he's like, all right, you're gonna feel some pressure on your ass.
Oh, and then just reveals my ass. Yeah. Jordan didn't know about suck porn. I mean, I wouldn't think that she would know that, but
it's called culture. It's called getting cultured.
Yeah, get cultured, dude. See what's on the porn tubes every now and then.
Yeah, just do a quick run through of the categories and then log off.
Yeah, I don't know. Thought that was goofy, but wasn't bad. Put stove in. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this too. This is actually what I was first thinking of. When my parents, they were talking to me about how they've been eating keto, and I'm like shocked. But
they just pull out a cereal. It's called keto.
Just keto cereal. So they started telling me though about it, like how they started reading about it.
Like, listen here, I know Rogan.
Dude, I've been listening to Rogan since episode 362.
Alex comes to the wall.
Rogan. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Anyone talks about Rogan for too long, my brother busts through the wall like the Kool-Aid motherfucker. Just like with a Rogan shirt and a Rogan hat on. I don't wear hats. All right, well you're gay, so. My brother tells me he loves me too much. Yeah. Does anyone else have that problem? Sends me conspiracy memes that anger me.
Love you, bro.
And he's like, love you. And I'm like, just messing with you, idiot. So he so my parents are like, I guess my stepmom, she had like certain aches and pains in her joints and all this stuff. She said for a while she was Googling and looking stuff up. She thought she was getting MS and like all these problems. She was like tripping. So she said she
stepmom is Googling.
Yeah, stepmom is Googling. Eric thinks she's hot. No, Eric's gone, but now he's dead. That's karma, dude.
R.I.P. Eric. R.I.P. Eric Skier. Ski lift. That's what we used to call him.
Ski rider. So my mom, she said she was just reading all about like keto, how it'll like, I don't know, they've been doing it for like a little over 2 weeks, I think. And my dad's like, 16 pounds fell off and all that stuff. But yeah, so that's cool. But then I also, because I've heard it talked about on podcasts so much, like the keto thing, some people will just hit a quick plateau of like, they'll lose 20, 15, depending on how much weight they carry. Some people who, like my dad, carrying way too much weight, it's like, you might shed 30, no problem to start with. Yeah, and then you'll just hit a plateau. Yeah. And you'll still be 270. You'll still be really big, but you lost 30 pounds, which is cool. But, so I don't know. I think the thing is, too, people just bounce from diet to diet.
Bounce.
Bounce.
You guess what diet I've bounced from? No diet.
Yeah,
to the next diet.
But, no, so the interesting thing was my dad started rambling about like keto thing, right? He's like, well, when you think about it, and it's so funny. It was like I was listening to a 60-year-old, 55-year-old guy who just found out about like Rogan's podcast, and he was like going through it.
Yeah,
because
like, listen, Dad,
he's telling me all these things, and
I'm already past my phase of jacking off to Rogan.
Yeah, I'm over that. I'm past that. No, but I in my head though, like I didn't want to be condescending or an asshole, but in my head I'm going, I know.
Yeah.
Right? And he just said that stuff, and I'm like, Dad, I know. I've been enlightened back in 2013, and
I've been roguelightened.
I've been roguelightened, and but he's like, if you think about it, like the health pyramid, that thing that we used to go by, it was all like all these grains and all these like it was all sugar, all these breads. That was like number one. You need to just fucking eat all these things that turn into sugar in your body. That's what everyone needs, and then everyone's getting fat and bad inflammation in your knees. So he was like talking about how now that's changed, and a lot of keto stuff is to the top, and some of this other stuff is actually pretty bad for your inflammation. And like, what happens? You get a knee surgery or whatever. You get older, you go to the doctors, and then now your doctor's prescribing you anti-inflammatory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to buy all this anti-inflammatory pills to heal essentially your diet. Yeah, all your bread and pizza and fast food that's screwing your joints up. I'm kick ass. And
they call me Keto Carl.
It just made me think. I'm like, I mean, you guys can think like the Clintons are in a mass thing trying to like kill you guys through fast food. Whatever
the Clintons.
Whatever it takes for you guys to start eating healthier. Because my parents have always eaten unhealthy, so I'm like, whatever you think. It could be just the pyramid thing. It could be a crazy conspiracy theory. Whatever it is.
The Democrats are raping kids.
Yeah.
So I need to eat healthier.
Yeah.
Stop them.
All the fast food places are, murdering kids in their basements.
So don't support them.
So don't support them. Eat healthier. Whatever it takes.
I feel like there's like stages of Rogan. You find out about him and you're like, oh,
there is.
Oh, he's not even like that douchey.
Yep. And then that's the beginning. You're like, oh. Because you hear about a cool thing where he talks about his daughter. He talks about like,
and then you hear a lot of things, and you go, oh, he talks about this a lot.
Yeah, he's talking about monkeys
once
again.
Once you get past like the stage of like, oh, he's actually pretty cool, and then you can start objectively going, all right, what is he saying? And you're like, I don't know, man. And then you get to the point where you go, hey. People try to be funny, and he goes, wah, wah. And you're just like, okay.
Yeah, you definitely get to the point where hundreds of comedians have been on a show, and you're like, oh, man, all of them are funnier than you in a podcast setting, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll, like, sling a joke or two, and then he'll, like, just roll his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just bigger than all puns. You're bigger than fart and shit jokes.
What does he say? He goes, like, no, but...
he always says, so like, he'll be having a discussion with somebody about...
And he'll say something about something, and he's like, yeah, also...
Talking about healthy stuff, yeah, and he's like, oh, and it's not just that.
Yeah.
And it kind of always puts the other person's thing just... Everything they just said, they're saying all this, like...
it's not just that, but what I know...
So he doesn't do that as much with, like, a Neil deGrasse Tyson or, like, a smarter person.
Yeah.
But... He'll have another comic on who this comic played basketball, knows about basketball. This guy's like talking about stuff, and then Rogan's like, yeah, but also like getting dehydrated, and that plays the higher part. And you're like, you don't have to, in a sneaky way, belittle the other person's thing. I don't even know. You should be canceled for it, really. But.
You should be canceled for being annoying.
Yeah. My brother hearing that. What the fuck? I actually would love to just me and you hang out with him and just be like, this is an annoying thing, and watch him just like, no.
I don't see.
No, dude, Rogan's bad. You guys are fucking dumb.
Dude, I've been loving roasting Rogan forever. I don't even care. Like, I don't have a problem. I mean, like, I'll listen to a pod if he has like a cool guest on. I'm like, okay, I'll listen to it. Like, there are times where like. My favorite is like when he has the guests on that don't let him roll them, like a Burr or something, where Burr's like, what is wrong? Like, what? Like, Burr will give it back to him, and then Rogan will, like, finally laugh.
Yes,
like,
he'll
Diaz
bust
and,
through because he's challenged by a legit
yeah.
road comic person who's been through the stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that's what, like, Patrice would do.
Or
just,
like Mark Norman, like, is just too wacky for him, so, like, he can't, like, corral him with those, like,
yeah.
wah, wah. Like, he doesn't, like, that stuff doesn't work. Like, Norman just keeps saying stuff, so then he's, like, dying. I don't know how Nate was on there.
It was good.
I listened to Nate.
He liked Nate a lot.
Ari Shaffir one was great.
Yes. If anyone's still listening
to the show. Listening to this, stop and listen to better podcasts.
Pretty much.
Out infinitely better ones.
Yeah, Ari Shaffir's Skeptic
They're called
Tank.
the rape casts.
Yeah.
Where you just listen to a woman going, no. I'm just kidding. It's actually men getting raped by women. The guy's going, please don't. Oh no. Oh no, I'm getting an erection. No. Oh man. No, don't put it in your pussy. Oh man, that feels great. I mean, that feels terrible. No, I'm gonna come. Oh, I just came. God damn it.
I was just telling a friend last night about when I worked at Meijer. There was this lady who worked in the meat department who would just look at everybody, like the boys, like the guys, like the younger kid. Like, I'm 19.
I like meat.
Yeah, she's like, come over here and show me your meat. And then
I'm a meat expert.
And she might have been, but I was 19 and I wasn't trying to get meat experted by.
I was 19 and
wasn't looking for 58-year-olds. And she grabbed my ass. She grabbed my ass.
Did she?
Yeah, and I was like, ooh. And then now I got a huge thing. I need the old women to grab my ass.
Did this guy at my work that I used to work
an old
with?
Lady.
So yeah, he's cool or whatever, and then he got a new job and left. And then one of the girls I worked with told me a story about how when they were like walking in like one of the back hallways, he just completely just grabbed her ass, like. And I was like,
remember I did that to one of our friends?
Yeah, that you thought was your
Jordan,
your significant other, not a coworker at your
on purpose.
Dude, she told me that, and I was like, after that, I was like, oh. Now I'm like, well, he's like a scumbag. So now in my head, when I think about it, I'm like. I mean, you're like a scumbag. So like now I just have this like thought of like, dude.
I'd be talking to you about something you might even agree with, but then you're like, it's not cool that
you're just sexually assaulting people.
Cool that you're doing other stuff.
What are these fucking idiots kids doing?
If you would have saw the whole thing.
Hey, if you're a young kid and you're doing a dumb dance, stop.
It's everybody.
Yeah.
Old TikTok gen.
Dude, generation fuck. Yeah, I'm a generation shithead.
Generation ZQ.
I'm generation. I don't even. Okay, what are they? That's it.
You can look it up. I don't know.
I've looked them up before because I don't know.
We're millennials.
All right. Yeah, I know we are, and I know the millennial thing.
What's next?
Do people
X and then
no?
Z?
People go millennials are the problem, and then I go, well, dude, the millennial group is way bigger than I think people realize. Because the people that'll say that, I'm like, you're also a millennial.
It's like 25 to 35 or something.
Yeah, it's something crazy like that.
Who knows, man? I just say stuff.
It's like, keep it. Don't worry, folks.
So yeah, I talked earlier. I talked about getting.
Don't worry, folks. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it solved.
Oh, here we can. So you can still look that up. But I had a thought the other day of like, and have you ever imagined either of your parents like as just fucking? Yeah.
Every night.
Damn, dude, that's my.
Damn,
that's
dude,
my
it's probably
main,
hot.
That's my main material. No, they just as normal people.
So we're gonna get this graph open.
Like, picture your dad as just like
normal.
Not your dad, but just like
I'd be
just
like
an average guy you
that's
walk
a cool
by.
guy.
It's hard to not think of.
Okay.
It's hard to not think of them as like your parents.
All right, boys.
All
we
right.
got the graphs
Corey's
ready.
got the big.
Okay, so millennials were born between 81 and 96. So you're 23 to 38.
So that's close.
Generation Z is 1997 to 2012.
Why is it so weird like that? How about we just do decades? I'm an 80s bitch.
And then Generation X is 39
bitch.
to 54. And then Boomers are 55 to 73. And then there's Silent.
Oh, so my
Is it
parents
'cause they're
are
all
boomers.
dying. Silent, you old fuck.
Silent?
Yes, ages 74 to 91. So my grandpa's a silent. Hey, Grandpa, you're silent.
Maybe that's because that generation just happened to be like quieter or something.
Yeah, they just accepted everything.
Yeah.
And then Boomers were like, let's fucking have 1 million kids.
No, yeah,
And
let's
then
fuck. Let's go to Ozzy
Generation
concerts
X was like, let's fucking pick ourselves up by our bootstraps.
X was that?
Yeah, and
So,
then
like,
millennials
my
are
brother?
kind of that. and then they're like, oh, Trump is cool.
So that's
and then
why the
Generation
millennial-
Z is like, we're a bunch of pussies.
Millennial thing doesn't mean anything.
I don't really know.
Yeah, me and you were, 30, 31,
32, 33. I don't really know my age.
Keep counting. I don't really know my age. Like, we're totally different than somebody who's 23 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I work with people who are 23, and then they'll like, or 24 or whatever, and they'll like, say stuff, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'd yeah.
Are you an idiot? One guy, this guy at my work, he's 24, and we're talking about like, oh, the next shift bid, and he's like, man, if I get forced to go to the checkpoint, man, probably just gonna quit. And then the other guy I work with, who's like 38, he was like, sounds like a solid plan.
Yeah.
And then he's like, fuck you, Derek, and they get like mad at him. But then I'm like, why wouldn't? He's like, I'll just become like become a trucker, and then I'll make over like 6 figures. And then I go,
no.
I go, well, shouldn't you get that ball rolling? Because I know like truckers can make good money. Yeah. You just have to get your CDL.
Not any of the truckers I'm seeing.
Like, yeah, because I think like the ones who make good money are the ones who do like the cross country like shit where you're literally on the road forever.
I mean, even those guys, I've seen them at some of my jobs. They look like such utter trash. I'm like, I don't know where this guy's money is going. Yeah, if he's making any money, where's that going?
They probably don't care.
He's got no underwear on. He's got no belt. His pants are falling off. He's got like a fucked up looking dog in the back of his truck.
I worked with a guy. He was like he like started the company. Like it was him and this other guy started the company. He wrote the program like the company was like the company was like based on. And he looked like
missing one.
He looked like an utter
gutter ball.
Unkept, like long hair, long beard, and he just was like fat and like didn't wear nice clothes. He drove a shitty van.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, he probably just was like, oh, I have all this, like I helped make the company. I can do whatever I want. Cause like no one, everyone else like wore like everyone else wore like button ups and stuff, and like he did not. He wore like t-shirts and shit. Yeah. And I was like, probably because people there were like, no one can tell him shit. Anyway, I'm getting upset. I just want to talk about this guy from work. Because I was like, shouldn't you get the ball rolling before you quit? And he was like, what? And then I was like, and then the other guy was like, well, why don't you just, if you can make so much money, why don't you just try to do that now? And he goes,
start making so much money.
Well, I don't want to kill myself. And we were like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean? Like, you're going to crash? Like, I don't know.
Too hard.
And he goes, I mean, you're just like on the road so long and you don't see anybody and it's depressing. And I
go,
go,
you actually don't want
so
the job.
You don't want to do that. And I was like, and he just was like, you could tell he's 24 and he doesn't really know what he's saying. Yeah. He just says stuff. And I'm like, all right, man, whatever. I don't know. Okay. Think about things maybe, but I don't know.
Think about stuff.
You just like come at it like, I'm gonna quit, and then when we get you on the quit thing, like, oh, that's a good idea. I'll become a trucker, and then we'll go. Why don't you do that now then? I don't want to kill myself. So what do you want to do?
I think a lot of like younger people like that. I'm just zoning out. I'm not like focusing on that, but like I think a lot of younger people like that are just doing the. Just like you said, they're not like thinking about shit. They just have a thing, and that's just like what they're saying right now. But they haven't.
But then when you catch them on it, then they
haven't even been alive long enough to like really think things out. Not everyone is doing that. You just kind of have an idea and go, "That's just what the idea is in my mind. It's just the thing." He just finds comfort in like thinking.
I don't know.
Of another possibility.
He's an odd guy.
Yeah.
He'll probably.
I saw an interesting article, and it was real. It was like ABC
Family Warehouse, ABC Warehouse. Get electronics.
That's where we got the stove. And, the guy who gave us the stove, that's another thing. He freaking banged up the stove. Like the side of it was like ding, but you can't see it when you put it in. But my dad was like so mad because we already cut the box and did all the stuff and got it into the house, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then, but anyways, I was gonna say. I think it was like ABC, fucking Channel 7 News, some dumb shit. They're talking about California theme parks are soon to reopen, and they're asking people to please not scream on rides. And I went, that's why I checked the source, because I was like, there's no way that's real. And then there's full news articles, like, and I'm like, that's got to be something that they're like blown out of proportion or something. And then of course, so that everyone's got all these memes of just. I mean, there's already videos from people being funny before, but there's just this kid and he's just on a roller coaster. Everyone's having so much fun like that. Yeah, just looking goofy. Just picture that going into. There's like barely any noise. Some people are like, oh, like in Cedar Point or something. They don't have one in California, but you're over there in Six Flags, and then there's the whole ride's full of people. Usually you got like a dude, and then I saw a comment. Someone goes, "I don't even understand why people scream on rides. Like, what's the problem?" You're a fucking idiot. There's too many idiots.
So mad.
Like, that guy could be 8, and that's another thing. Like,
there's people know
someone who's commenting something. You're like, what a fucking like some other adult or some adult probably commented to that guy. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And the kid's just like, I'm 8.
They just get pissed at each other.
People just
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
baby.
Fucking your mom.
No, I'm the Big Show.
Yeah, I'm the Big Show. Scooby Doo doors.
Dude, I did.
That's the Big Show.
I did what I. Scooby Doo doors up there. I did what. I did. I don't know, a couple Maddens ago. It might have been.
No shoots from those spots.
This guy. Krutwig on the frickin' Loyola, Chicago. We're pulling for them to get this upset right here. Krutwig.
I don't understand why like
He's a
so many
beast.
big guys. It's like you can't just learn to shoot as well as be in the paint.
It's hard. My hand's too big. You don't think? Oh, what?
Wow.
Damn, sorry, we're reacting to a game that's. Shut it down.
Yeah, you should turn this game on while we're watching it. Watch it along with us.
Yeah. Rewind. Go watch the replay.
Right now, it's at a minute and 4 seconds in the second half.
Oh, dude, Krutwig with the play, dude.
Krutwig, you're the man. He looks like a goofy guy. He looks like
That's what I'm saying.
Working,
I love him.
He looks like he's working in a
Grocery
liquor
store. Yeah, you're right.
Like he's moving the cans from the back.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh no, I was gonna say.
Krutwig. He's
was,
like, I'm Krutwig.
I got bored with Madden, so then I took.
Finally.
I scrolled. Well,
It's only
dude,
been 20 years.
I played more, but I scrolled through and I started a season as the 49ers with I signed some quarterback named like Joel or Jake
Joel.
Dolagala or some Dolaga something. The dude's 54 overall. Won the MVP with him.
This guy. I'm Loyola Brown.
Loyola Brown.
That's the name, probably. Loyola. I'm Loyola Brown. Oh. It's nice outside, everybody. Get outside.
Get outside. Wash your car.
Get outside and rape your dad.
Clean your house. You know, get moving.
I already had a coffee today, but
Not
looking
your
at your
cats.
coffee, I want another one. Sex.
I need to do that.
Sex milk.
Coffee's basically sex milk. Hey, you ever heard the thing, the saying, you're up on your soapbox?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I've heard on a thing recently, and I was like, what? Like you're above people? Like
yeah, you're like standing on back.
But why is it a soapbox?
Like back on the day, they would I think it's like they stand on like the crates, and then like when they like tell people about like stuff. I think that's
that makes
where
sense.
it comes from.
But then it's a soapbox.
I don't know. Maybe soap came in it.
Yeah. For a long time, people were shipping soap around.
Yeah. Like they're on their box, like, all right, everybody, this is what we should do. I'm up here telling you what we should do. So then be like, he's up on a soapbox.
Everybody gather around. I'm up on the soapbox.
Gather around. If I stand up here, you can see my penis better. If you can see.
And if you want me to, I can get another soapbox. Get a little higher up.
Get a little higher. We can actually stack a pyramid and I get real high.
Someone can erect me, and then it can go a little higher.
It can be level with someone's mouth.
And that's actually what it's for.
Yeah.
Up on your soapbox, getting your dick sucked.
So he doesn't have to bend down. Get it sucked.
Your soapbox over there.
What is this kid doing?
I don't know, dude.
What's that girl? There's a girl doing it? That made me even more mad. They're just doing the eating, like their team scored, and they're going, "Oh, we're eating." Dude,
No, you're not.
Remember
you
when
have to wear
black
masks
people
on.
started doing this years ago?
Yeah, dude. NFL guys started doing it, and then
white people just have to copy it.
Based God, whatever the rapper,
Dude,
he was doing it.
The things white people do, and just after black people do it, and then black people probably go, "Well, that's done."
Yep, super
Let's
diminish.
move on to the next thing.
We got to make something else cooler.
White people do it. I'm sure black people started yeet, and then white people started.
Oh yeah, and then now Drew already ruined it for all the fucking everyone else.
And then you just see videos like, "Dude, he just yeeted." I'm like, okay.
You know what? Black person never said yeet. How about that?
They were about to, and then
they went,
"Were you gonna say yeet?" And then the black guy went,
I was like,
nope, nah, I'm good.
Not in my.
Yeah, that's all you, man. Cool. Can't believe I made this up.
Not in my big dictionary, you know.
Oh no. About to be ruined.
No, that's alright. She got to go do some laundry, you know.
Wow.
Up on my soapbox.
Okay, straight foot.
Jordan, do you know what up on your soapbox means?
We already.
Get out. Yeah, in my opinion is get out.
I don't know what's happening.
What's the Office Space lady? Just a moment.
Oh yeah.
When she goes,
Corporate accounts payable. Being speaking. Just a moment.
Just a moment. Corporate. I can't even say what you just said. Corporate account.
Yeah, I don't know. After the last time I watched it, I was
you got
that's
it
what
down.
She says.
Like, I'm gonna get it.
I remember that.
Yeah, corporate accounting. What?
Corporate accounts. I think it says corporate accounts payable. Nina
Corporate
speaking.
accounts payable. Nina speaking.
Corporate accounts payable. Nina speaking. Just a moment.
I like that.
That woman should get dicked down.
Yeah, dude. A little lighten her up.
Oh, dude, I don't know.
She actually is very lightened up.
Dude, nice pass.
What are they doing out here?
He just passed it around that guy like it was a trick move. He was like, "Dude, I'm on the street team."
Did you fill out a bracket?
No, I don't fill out.
I don't do that either, dude. I always try. I'm like, maybe I will, and then I'm looking at stuff. Loyola, Chicago,
and then people go, "Dude, my bracket's looking pretty good." Before any games have started, I go, "Oh, it's looking good," and then like,
what do you? Yeah. Or just a couple games played, like the wild cards, like not even the first round yet, and they're like, got 2 out of 4 of them. It's like you already fucked.
Yeah.
You need.
I'm just so happy. Dude, sometimes I'll be listening to a podcast and I'll be
let's do this.
Dude, I'll be laughing in my car by myself, and then I realize that I'm laughing, and then I just start going, I'm having so much fun alone.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel so goofy.
Someone drives them next to me,
dying laughing at my warehouse computer shipping like cartons, and I'm like,
some old guy comes in.
Hey,
I'm conservative.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait till everyone else tests the vaccine before I get it.
Before I get it.
What, are you gonna get killed?
I was like, I know a lot of people in the government, and none of them have grown tails. You know, none of them have government jobs. You know, none of them have.
All the gay ones stayed gay.
Yeah, gay ones stayed gay, straight ones straight, but they're probably 10% or something here and there. You know, a little bit on the spectrum somewhere. Like, you know, but the percentage of the spectrum they were at didn't change, you know, and that's a huge upset, dude. That's number 1. Illinois going down.
Illinois went down, down, baby, getting in raped down.
Choop, choop, getting tipped over in a porta potty.
Dude, how's your breath? Someone's just screaming right now.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, I looked up the stats and the number 8. How many times the number 8 beats the number 1 is freaking like 12%. There was no chance of that happening. Yeah, but that's why no one does it. That's why no one can do this.
Yeah.
Nobody. I'm the pro at March Madness bracketing.
They always say like you have to pick up some
is.
upsets, but then if you pick up the wrong upset, you're just fucked. I just pick off first seeds, and then if they don't win, I'm like, well.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but then like you pick like a bunch right. Did you pick like a bunch right, and then people like act like they just did it like purposely? Like, yeah, I knew. All right.
And then that's
another
thing too. Dude, if you knew that Loyola Chicago was going to beat Illinois, where's your bet slip? How much money did you bet on them winning? Oh, I didn't bet.
I saw
and
this.
then you just didn't know. If you know something, then put money on it.
The Texas governor tweeted like a video of him cheering on like the Texas colleges because they're all like high ranked and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "Yeah, we're not." He's like, "We're number one in everything." And then this act like I don't know, it's like some rights activist
lady,
lawyer like tweeted ranking all these things like you're 40
all the bad
and it was
stuff.
like all
Rank.
like you're like but yeah all the bad like or good stuff or bad stuff, but it was just like low ranked for like a bunch of stuff, and then like hey, you're number one in like
COVID deaths
and
or hospitalization.
I think it was like
per capita
vaccinations distributed. It was like really low,
and they're like, well, because we don't need them.
It was like number one
big Texas.
number one in like pollution or some emissions.
Like, the oil shit.
What's that word called?
CO2
emissions or whatever like that.
Okay.
And it was so funny. And then someone just commented, goes, "Hey, why don't you leave then?" Because she's like from Houston.
Yes.
And then, but I just like that argument. So someone goes, "Yeah, because trying to make a place better, you shouldn't do that."
And they're like, "That's how we made America. We left and made a thing better." There's nowhere else to go and make a new thing.
It's funny because it's like, well, then if it's so bad, why is everyone moving here? And then someone's like, well, everyone's not moving there. And then someone goes, by everyone, they just mean Rogan.
yeah, Rogan and comedian idiots who were like, I want to get on Rogan.
Yeah, rich people.
And then rich friends of his.
I'm like, I'm going down to Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was funny.
I love when
like people tell you like leave the country if you don't like it, and it's like, how about we just make the country better?
Make things better, dude. I don't know.
Things are as good as they're gonna be. You're poor.
Someone just keeps.
How many fucking? How much is your mortgage for your shitty house?
Yeah, you're a dipshit guy who's in on his in debt on your house, and then you're working in a shitty.
Working so
Michigan,
much overtime to pay for that house.
Yeah, you're working in a shitty warehouse. And then you're not making anything.
You also have an over-expensive lease because your credit is garbage. So your lease is like $600 a month for a fucking goddamn Jeep Cherokee.
Haven't we talked about it before? Where like
Clarice,
a lot of like middle-class white people. Some of these people
take this mask off, I can lick your pussy.
Like the
he's trying to fit his tongue through the little bars on the mask. He's like, I can't access. She's like, just rub the mask on my pussy. What if that's why she was like thought he was hot? She was like, I just want to fuck Hannibal Lecter.
Something the way he talks. It's cool. I'm seeing if there's a car in front of my car.
Gladys, would you suck on my penis?
That's what that noise is. He's doing this.
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying. Saw a commercial for Gladys.
No, like middle class white people, like the guy that is doing that, who's doing the mad at like, well, get out of our country, why don't you leave then? Those same guys are the guys who like think they're like, I'll pull myself up on my bootstraps. Like those people, life's always been hard for them.
Yeah.
They're almost in the same spot as some of these other people because, I'm saying because they're middle class, so they're sitting there going, well, no one's helping me, and that's like the main thing from their point of view.
Yeah, no one's helping me, but I have a house.
But someone needs to show them no one helped me. I had to do this, and I had to open credit cards, and I had to do all this stuff, and I'm paying for my kid, and all this thing. I'm paying taxes. And it's like, yes, we all want to help. No, we all want to help us. We want to help the middle class.
Oh, yeah.
You're sitting there voting for the people, and you're doing all this stuff that's only helping these rich people.
Yeah.
We need you to help with us.
Imagine if you weren't in major debt because you had to pay medical bills or send a kid to college.
So that guy, that middle class keeps lowering, and it's like, we're all against the same people, these rich ass people, and you're sitting here arguing over people who are lesser than you in terms of like salaries and shit. It's like we have more in common with each other than all these elites. So why don't we talk about shit and get together and I don't know, because it's like so annoying to me. Like when they get, well, I had to, I got to do this stuff. Like, it's like, well,
you just like focus on. These people are gonna take advantage. So like, yeah, people are gonna take advantage of anything.
Yeah,
I'm sure you take advantage of shit too.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. I just feel like we're way
I
closer.
steal my cable, but that's different.
yeah, dude. How many guys at work? They're all like, oh well, I got an Amazon stick that my son did the thing, and they jailed.
Okay, so you're not taking advantage of that. Like,
yes, you're taking advantage of that.
Like, what the fuck?
They're taking advantage of some other thing. Whatever.
That's different. Okay, you're right.
America. Yeah, dude. People.
Fucking hey, I am people. Well.
Oh yeah, dude. Golladay to the Giants.
Yep, I sent him there. I went, you get over there to the Giants.
Get over there. You're a tall guy. They can call you Giant over there.
I mean,
he actually got the $18 million a year.
What were we gonna pay him?
We offered him a 1-year deal, 18, I think, maybe even 18.
We offered him a long-term deal,
and then we offered him. I don't think it was. He wanted 5 years, 100, which is even higher than the one he got.
Yeah, that's.
But we offered him something long. It just wasn't 18 every year, and he's like, nah. And then I swear he thought he was going to get even more. I mean, he ended up getting more than anyone had thought, because after seeing Juju Smith-Schuster only get like 8-something with some incentives for 1 year to stay with the Steelers, because he was kind of looking for more. The Ravens and Chiefs, I think, which is kind of crazy. Think about that. If the Ravens or Chiefs added him,
yeah.
If I was him, I might have wanted to do that.
Like, the Giants must be desperate. Yeah, they have to be desperate.
They were only offering the Ravens and Chiefs for Juju, and that's not a slur. They were only offering him 12 to 13 or something for only 1 year.
Yeah.
And then so everyone kept seeing this too. Like Will Fuller got offered $8 million 1 year, eight and a half or something.
Why didn't he go more?
He said he stayed because he's already been there with Roethlisberger. It might even be Roethlisberger last year. They're kind of like hoping for a last season push kind of thing.
I would say like you could have went to the Chiefs and probably won.
Yeah, I might have just ring chased. Whatever, 1 year. Do you think your career is going to be over after this year? Juju Smith-Schuster's young. He's only like 24, 25.
Yeah.
Galladay is going to be 28 during this next season. That's older, dude. And that's why the Lions were like, we're not upping the contract anymore. We're giving you the long term. That might even be a bad mistake on us. Yeah. You could be terrible in 2 years. Because Golladay is already he's a 50-50 receiver. He's half white. But he's like, he wins at the catch point. Like, he can have someone on him. It doesn't matter. He'll catch. But, like, he's not always breaking away. But, so that's the problem. It's like, how many years until that just stops? So he gets a little slower, and he can't get away. Yeah. I mean, try to win at the catch, but I don't know. Yeah, it gets a lot harder if you're a little slower. AJ Green went to the Cardinals. And that's interesting. I don't think they're going to re-sign Larry. Larry might retire.
Yeah. Finally.
I think his last year was finally like a kind of bad year.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just like pretty good.
He was just like a third down tight end sort of guy this last year.
Tight end.
Oh yeah, and then I read this morning actually that the Giants Golladay contract, it's actually 5 years, but the 5th year is just a completely voidable. So that's a new thing that Pat McAfee kept talking about, is like, I have all these voidable years that are just coming out. It seems like coming out of nowhere,
like a new addition to the contract.
And it's weird because it's totally not good for a player.
Yeah. I can just decide.
The first case of it that was like known and talked about all over Twitter was Taysom Hill. He signed when it first came out, people were like, just focused on 4 years, 100 and something million. Taysom Hill. Not kidding. That's how big the deal is. And then so you see that and you're like, that's insane. And they go, every year is voidable.
Oh, so
they can cut him in a week and owe him nothing. So it's such a weird thing. So I think at Taysom Hill, it's like, Taysom's like, I mean, if I just stay alive and stay okay enough to do a couple things, I'm going to get super loaded. He's not even a quarterback. How is he getting insane pay? But that's if it says they don't cut him. I don't know. Now I'm just like, I think they're just going to cut him. Who would keep a guy?
Yeah, how do you?
Insane amounts of money, 20-something million.
Why are they paying him that much?
I don't know. I think they're going to do a competition, test it this year. If him and Jameis, like if Jameis does well,
What's James getting paid?
Nothing. Like $1 million, and then I'm sitting there going racist. No. But
that's what I'm doing.
I'm not being one of those crazy, like too far social justice warrior on it. But it is very suspicious and goofy to me that Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's got some good seasons. He has good sparks. He'll have like solid 8 games.
Did he go to Washington?
Yeah, he just went to Washington. $10 million 1 year, and it's like, but then Cam, his first year to the Patriots, he barely got like $1 million or something, so small. And I'm going, what are you doing? I don't know what's going. One's got a bad agent or something. I don't get it. Injury concerns with Cam maybe. Like, it's so like, nuts to me.
I guess like the only way you could argue with Cam is like
But then he actually did pretty bad.
Yeah, but he was like doing pretty bad, and like Ryan Fitzpatrick, as a guess, like people just go, at least like we can like put him out there and like he's like won games and like been in situations where he's like finished games
on bad teams and finished game 400 yards and shit.
Because they're like buying like we've seen him go to multiple teams and like win games.
Yeah,
he's not like good, but
so like me and you can talk about this and be like, okay, that makes sense. But then if I like try to tweet and have this conversation with somebody, fuck! Yeah, there might be somebody going like, racist, or you're racist to white, or you're racist to this.
You're racist to let's have sex.
Yeah, that's fucked, dude. Whoa.
Well, we got titties on the AT&T lady.
But there was another example too, like Taylor Heineke he got like 5 or 6. He's also in Washington. He got like 5 or 6, maybe even I'm wrong. I think it was 7.8. Making numbers up, but
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I think Dalton got a decent deal. But that's a goofy thing too to me. I'm like, Winston is kind of like a Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he's way younger.
Yeah.
And he got like nothing. I think he has more money now with the Saints this year. But his first year was bad.
Black man.
Maybe I'm conditioned to think that way. But that
was
all
the black players to shitty agents.
Yeah, I'm like, these black dudes are getting no money. Comparable.
Golladay's agent.
A white guy.
Do you think like the agents sometimes like the players like, I don't know. I mean, like, it sounds like a good deal. I'm like, no, we can get you more. And they're like,
dude, I kept feeling like, because Golladay kept talking about it all year, and I'd see him post, because I follow him on Instagram. He'd post something like, money, need that money, or he'd post like rap lyrics, just all about money and shit. And then, so maybe he found he's always had the right agent, and he's always been on the same page with the guy going, we know I can get more money, like so and so. He's still like, so even with that contract, he's like 15th out of all wide receivers. They were aiming even higher, because that's usually what happens. Even if you are considered top 15, 20 receiver, your next, kind of like the quarterbacks, your next contract is going to be like top 5 almost. It's going to it just always goes up. That's what you're shooting for. You have to find the bad teams that'll take it, like the Jets. Or what? The Colts have like $40 million cap room or something, and they're not spending it.
Sports athletes, their contract like averages are going up,
but
regular people, they're not.
How about that? We need to talk about that shit. Jesus, man. All my jobs, I keep changing jobs, getting raises. Like, that's why I'm getting a new job. I'm like, oh, they're going to give me $2 more. They're going to give me $5 more. And I keep getting a new job. And then, I mean, in a moment here, minimum wage is going to be right behind me again. It was right behind me in 2005, and it's going to be right behind me again in 2021, 22. And I'm like, I need a fucking raise. We all need to be brought up. Because nowadays, making $20 an hour isn't even.
Well, I saw a thing
for a while that was like really good.
If the wages kept with inflation, like minimum wage would be like $23.
That's what I mean. That's crazy.
Because like back in
I think I saw that too.
Just, like, work at a place and be like, oh, survive.
Yeah. I got my shot yesterday, my first one.
Are you scared? Does it hurt?
Sore.
Yeah. That's only sore if you're a bitch.
A big ass bitch. Oh, Mark had the similar things as you for his second shot. He said he felt nauseated for like maybe 4 days. He had one day was a very bad. Yeah, as we said. He said very bad headache only one day.
I just said I didn't feel good for one day.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I was like tired.
He Yeah, he said the nausea would just come back and forth. So maybe it lessened,
That's
but he'd randomly just feel kind of. He'd be like, "What the hell?"
I only felt nauseous when the night of when I had got a fever and I had the chills and I got up and walked downstairs and I was like, oh man, and then I just ran back upstairs and laid back in bed. I was like, oh. Other than that,
I mean,
I was fine.
the cats woke me up last night, or actually this morning.
Stupid cats.
So who knows? That's probably more of the cats than getting a shot. And
The
then,
first one, I didn't even feel a thing. I was like,
dude, I was shocked. So she's getting a shot in front of me. It's like a big place. There's like army dudes. They're coming in with with guns. You're getting it right.
Yeah.
Holding guns to our heads. But these army dudes would bring out. Oh, you're good. You need another one. Is it number one? Okay. Oh, is it dose 2? And then the guy would come back and he was like giving it to all the people that are administering it. And the lady, and the nice lady, she's like, oh, hey, rub me. Oh, hey, you want to be? I'm gonna finish you off. And then so she's so I get my shot.
So she's jacking me off.
So I'm getting jacked and I'm getting my shot. And Jordan sits down like shortly after me in front of me. So she does the shot and like because she hates shots and she's nervous about them. And then I'm thinking about the last time I had a tetanus shot. I was gay. It hurt like so much.
Oh really?
I think it's like a bigger needle or something. I don't know. But I remember it hurting a bunch. So I thought this in my head, I'm okay with it, but I was like, just thought like, whatever, it's going to hurt. So she's giving me a shot, and it felt like nothing.
Yeah.
The thinnest possible needle. And then she's like, and we're done. And she's polishing my back and my shoulder. And we're done. And we're done. And then, so I just started laughing. And she was like, you think I did it wrong? And then I just pointed to Jordan, and then she just got it. I didn't even say any words. I was just like, I didn't want to. I felt like I'm talking too much. I'm breathing on people. And I was like, and I was really close to this lady. That's probably the closest I've been to somebody in a year. Ooh, yeah. And then she yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah. So then she goes, she went, oh, is that your girlfriend? And then I was like,
no,
you're my girlfriend. I just started rubbing her leg.
You can be my girlfriend. That's my fiance.
Yeah, and then I need a wife. I can have all 3.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at these weird fucks. That way over here.
Hey,
commentators. Dan Boner and Kevin Harlan. I don't know what to do with my hands. That's what he looked like for a while. His hands just by the sides. But no, I was cracking up because I was like, "That's nothing."
Yeah.
She's sitting there, and it's so funny. She's telling me, she's like, "I had my hands." Like there was a chair in front of her, and she had her hands on it. And she was like, "Oh no," and she's all worried about it. And then she said at one point, she was like, "You just leave the needle in there." She said it just felt like that. She's like, "Oh my god," and then he's like, "Oh, we're done." And she was like, "Oh." Like she was just worried. So literally it felt worse just because major worry, but there's nothing to it. It's funny.
Nothing to it but to do it.
I meant to bring up too, we're all dying. This lady, I don't know how you say it, Julia Ja? Looks like Julia, but there's an extra J in there. Julia Ja. Stoliarenko, the UFC fighter. Did you see? I think I might have sent it. Yeah, she passed out. She passed out twice.
Because I was on the other side of the camera, and I just went, "Look at that!" And she was like,
"Huh." Yeah, all the blood went to your cock and out of her, and then she passed out at first, and that was like a bad fall. She fell down on her ass, but then they get her water. She sits in a chair, and she kind of comes back too, and then I mean they got her weight already. She like went up there and did the flex thing or whatever, and then they're like, you're still gonna fight? You still want to weigh in? And then they just did it again. Wouldn't that be called off already? Because they've done that before, where like we don't even see the fighter weigh in. They're saying this guy's having trouble in the back. He's like fainting, or he's close to losing the weight, but the doctor's calling it off because he's 2 pounds away, but he already looks like he's dead.
Yeah.
Like that's why they need to switch to the ONE FC does the dehydration tests. So basically, you can't cut like that. You
can't cut like water weight.
You basically have to be at your kind of walk around weight. So like. Yeah, you can't cut 15, 20 water weight pounds. Pounds.
And then you
fight near death the next day.
Or you just fill back up the next day.
And you're a monster. It's like some people's bodies it's easier to do, but
Yeah.
I mean, so that lady, she goes to weigh in again. She gets back up on the thing, and this time she falls even harder. She's like, falls, and she's shaking on the ground. These motherfuckers almost let this lady fight.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was wild. Thought it was newsworthy, you know?
That was newsworthy.
We hit about an hour. I don't know how much I'll take out the beginning because I was playing it while we were like not even talking.
Dude, I passed out weighing in. One time I was like, hey.
Dude, how about this? They gave Cam these 2 tight ends, Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, and they're doing all these additions to the Patriots, and a bunch of people are like, man, if Cam can't succeed now, like, he's got a problem. How about this? How about if the Patriots can't succeed now? Bill has a problem.
Yeah.
Bill made this team.
Yeah.
Tom Brady leaves and they suck. Their offense is one of the worst offenses ever.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, it's on Cam. Bill has been drafting. I've actually heard through the grapevines that like some of these guys who have left the Patriots building, some of the guys that worked in scouting and then now they've gotten jobs at other places, a lot of them have said they've all been disgruntled or kind of upset. They do work all year on the draft, scouting for players and shit. And they said there's still sometimes with like the 1st and 2nd round pick, or any pick, but Bill will just kind of walk into the war room or call in and be like, we're taking this guy. Like there was no way he was going to make it out of 15. He's here at 28.
Yeah.
We're taking him. And a lot of these guys get upset because they're like, I mean, we've been doing this all year. You've been doing plays and game plans and all this other shit. That's your job.
Yeah.
We know, or we feel like we know. And so they feel like some of those draft picks, because they've had some pretty bad draft picks, that they're like are on Bill. So not enough people talk about that shit. Bill's the worst. He's the worst.
He should be fired. Come to the Lions.
Yeah. You know how many people would be so pumped, and then
he wouldn't do good.
Oh, yeah, terrible.
And then people would go, oh, well, like, dude, the team is like shit. So
yeah, it's not just one guy.
I kind of hope. I'd rather just the Lions not. I want Stafford to succeed more than I want the Lions to succeed this year.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel worse if the Lions went like
10-7.
Yeah.
You know the 17 games? It's that now. 17 games now.
What about preseason?
They might not even have one again. Who knows?
Oh. If they sell 4,
they're trying to make that be 2 games. Is what they're trying to go for.
Yeah. I would show what the you can't. Let's make these guys play more.
2's fine. But dude, they want 18, and they just know that getting 17 games is just a easy window to go. All right, 5-10 years, we can easily be like, don't you want it to be an even number? Looks cool. Yeah. And then they'll just go, okay. Because at some point, these younger players will do it. So now no one will ever go 0-16. That's just for the Lions and Browns to own the 0-16. Yeah. Lions are in the record books.
Lions. Go. Lions. Go. Lions.
Grab a fan finger and put it in your ass.
Grab your ass and put it in your ass.
Go listen to God's Hate. New album titled God's Hate.
Listen to my dad.
Listen to my dad's band, Ray Street Park and God's Hate. Very similar bands, hardcore. What comes around? Comatose, different song. Doing a Ray Street Park montage. All right, we're good. You know, do you want to add something?
No.
No, I want to get out of here. I want to leave your house. I mean, our studio we pay massive dollars for. This is my house.
Yeah. Massive dolls.
March Madness, dude. Get mad. Get mad out there, dude.
Get the madness out of you.
What's the title of the episode? March Gayness.
Gay March.
Gay March. Gay Madness.
Did you stop it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you did and you were just saying what happened.
I don't know.
Gay Madness.